Hey guys, welcome to the live stream. We're starting a little bit early just because we've had some issues with mic stuff in the past and for the past few live streams that we've done. So Kristen is going to check and make sure that the mic is actually working. So let me see if she's responded. She's just logging on. Okay, so I'm just going to check and make sure. I won't start the unboxing portion of this until right at 2 o'clock because I want to make sure anyone that wants to tune in will actually be here. But thanks for being here early. So let's see what she has to say. I'm going to back up just a little bit here. What I'm going to do here actually is just turn the gain down on the mic instead of backing up. All right. Hi, Tim. Hi. Thanks so much for sending the clarinet along to us here. Super, super excited to try. I haven't even opened the box yet, so I'm really, really excited. Tim Mathias over at Eastman was the one that was kind enough to send this clarinet over. And Kristen Sheridan, who is a Backun artist here in Northern Virginia, she's the one that gave out our name for the trial. So we're really, really excited, really looking forward to it. So welcome everyone to this live stream. Today I'm going to be unboxing this Backun Alpha Clarinet. So I'm super, super excited. I've never tried this instrument before, but the idea behind the Backun Alpha is that it's designed for professional players to be played outside. So as you know, just with, like weather elements, it can be really scary to take your wooden clarinet outside to play. I have done my fair share of gigs outside, and I guess I can start opening this while I'm chatting. But it is, oh wow, there's a lot of tape on here. Well, that's good because that means that they were serious about getting it to me safely. But I've done my fair share of gigs outside, and it is really scary to take your nice wooden instrument outside for a gig where it maybe it's drizzling a little bit or just really hot. I did one 4th of July gig here in Virginia. So like July in Virginia, it was so hot. And I remember I had, at the time, I wasn't as worried because I was playing a green line instrument. But I remember everyone else was just kind of freaking out because you never know what's going to happen in those extreme temperatures. I think that particular day was really, really hot, like over 100 degrees. All right. Maybe I should have done this beforehand next time. Hi, Alex. Thanks for tuning in. Here we go. So today I also want to talk a little bit about what to do when you're trialing new instruments. So I recently got new clarinets. When I say recently, it was about 1.5 years ago. Aha, here we go. That I got my new clarinets. I play Yamaha CSVR ASPs. That's a lot of letters, but here's my B-flat clarinet. When you're trying new equipment, you want to make sure that you have your current equipment with you. So don't ever go to the music store with nothing. Come with your old clarinet, your mouthpiece that you like, your reed that you're going to play. Ooh, look. Ooh, this is a heavy-duty case. I like this case. All right. Opening up the plastic here. All right, check it out. So it has a little logo on the case here. Nice handle. And I have to say, these type of latches I much prefer these. So that my clarinet case doesn't have these latches. And I have had a bunch of students who the mechanism inside the latch breaks and then their clarinet is just stuck inside until they can get it repaired. So this is a much friendlier way to zip up your case, close your case. So here we go. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, here it is, y'all. Here is the Backun Alpha Clarinet. Now, let me get the bell out here and show y'all. Oh, it's really light. I don't know why I wasn't expecting it to be so light. It's super lightweight. But here you can see, here's what I assume is the Alpha logo here. And again, the Alpha Clarinet was designed for professional musicians to be able to play outside. So I'm super excited. Like I said, I now play wooden instruments. I play these Yamahas, but I did used to have a B-flat R13 green line. And I no longer have that instrument. I actually sold it. But I'm excited to compare it because I have, I played that clarinet, that green line clarinet at, professional gigs, auditions all the time, and I was really happy with the instrument. So I do like the non-wood material, the composite material. So I am excited to see this. All right, this is a brand new clarinet, I'm assuming. It's never been played before. The cork looks super fresh. So what I'm gonna do is actually put some cork grease on. I'm not gonna open the cork grease that is in here because I already have one that's open. So let me quick get some, ooh, check out this nice detail. It says Backun right there. That looks really sharp, actually. That looks really nice. But I'm super excited to test this instrument out. All right, let's see. I'm going to be gentle because if this is a new cork, I don't want to. Oh, that actually went in really easily. That was much easier than I expected. So I have a clarinet stand here, so I'm just going to set this down on the clarinet stand, and I'm going to put some cork grease here. So what is it made of? Tim, I wonder if you could assist us. Kevin has a question what the clarinet is made of since it's not wood. But I am excited to get this going here. This clarinet, there is a mouthpiece in the case. I am not going to be using that mouthpiece. I'm going to be using my own mouthpiece. And I would highly recommend that you do that when you're trying new equipment yourself. Play your own mouthpiece because you don't want any other extra elements to be influencing your perception and of the instrument. So I'm going to set the case down there. I'm going to wipe the cork grease off on my pants like we all do. Again, so here's my instrument, Yamaha CSVR ASP. When I try new stuff, okay, so Tim did comment here real quick. It's crafted from a blend of synthetic materials for maximum resonance and durability. Awesome. Okay. Thank you, Tim, for answering that. All right, so here we go. When I try new stuff, I keep it really simple. I play an F major scale, 3 octaves. So I'm testing all different ranges of the clarinet. What I'm listening for is honestly just how does it sound? How is the tone quality of the instrument? That's one thing that you can't change. If the instrument sounds, how the instrument sounds. So here we go. Here's my clarinet that I obviously love. So you can listen, it sounds the same in all registers. That's what we call homogeneity, where it's the same person. It's very clear it's the same person playing the same clarinet throughout. So that's my clarinet. Gonna take, my dogs might make a little audio appearance here as soon as anyone drives by. But here we go. If you're curious about what I'm playing here, this is a Van Doren BD5. The ligature that I play is a gold-plated bonade. It's inverted, which means that the screws are on the back. And I believe that the reed I'm playing today, I'm not going to take it off, but I believe that the reed I'm playing today is a Reserve Evolution. So here we go. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay. I shouldn't have talked in between the two tests, but I'm going to play that F major scale again. Wow. Okay. So I was expecting it to be very resistant, because my horn is very resistant. But I have to tell you, this is so free blowing. Wow, it's so easy to just play. And it's so lightweight. As someone who has small-ish hands, I can't tell you how nice it is to have a clarinet that just feels like I'm not having to like needing to bell rest in between my knees or having to rest it on top of my knee. This is super comfortable. It's very, very smooth over the break. Normally, I feel like I need to make some adjustments here with my top lip pushing down or making sure I'm staying nice and tall in the embouchure. Um, but I felt like it was so easy to go over the break, both breaks, the over the break from the throat tones into the clarion and clarion into altissimo. One thing that I have learned about this, and I'm wondering how I can. Oh, cool. Okay, so if I don't know if y'all can see this, but do you see how there's like a maybe this is the better way to show. There's like a groove in the bell. I don't know. Is this a good angle to show that? I think y'all can see it from here. But there is a groove in the bell. Yeah, there it is. There's a groove in the bell, which is meant to help with intonation and also to help with that over the break thing. So I'm wondering if I'm seeing a difference because of that groove in the bell. That's so interesting. Going back to mine. So I think it's just because I'm more used to my clarinet. Again, like I said, I've played this clarinet now for in August it'll be 2 years since I've gotten these instruments, and I'm just used to them. I play them for hours every day. So I know exactly what I need to do in the throat tones to get things to respond the way that I want them to. So I'm curious now. I'm going to play back to back. I'm not going to talk in between, but I'm going to play that slow F major scale, and I'm going to try not to make any adjustments with my embouchure here. And I'm just going to listen. I'm going to listen for tone quality, of course, which I think I've said I like the tone quality of this instrument. It's a little bit um it's a little bit more like ringing than I was expecting, and it's a lot more free blowing. So maybe I'm going to try not to adjust my air to go with that. But here we go. F major. I'm not going to talk in between. So you can tell they sound really similar for this being a wooden clarinet and this not being a wooden clarinet. I don't know that if someone didn't know that, I don't know that you could really tell a difference. And man, it would be nice because I said I used to have that green line clarinet that I played outside all the time, and now I play my old clarinet, not this one. I never take these outside. I'm too scared. But I have my old clarinet that I played through high school and everything. But I'm really liking the clarinet. So I am hearing a couple notes here and there that are just a little bit buzzy and fuzzy, but that's normal for any clarinet that you try. Certain notes are going to feel different. I know when I got these horns, I was up in New York at the showroom and we were trying things out, and they're fixing things as they go. So that's totally normal. Alex, you have commented, you want to try a Backun clarinet too, but this clarinet can't ship to my country. Oh man, I hate when that happens, when there's like a country restriction to things. Oh, that's too bad. I hope that you can try something at a conference. Kevin says they both sound really similar, but the high notes sound louder on the Backun. I would, it is, again, so Kevin, thanks for that comment. It is much more free blowing. And what I mean by that, it's just, I don't need as much air to push through the clarinet to get those high notes to come out. I know I said I was going to try not to change the way that I played for both instruments. And I think that I'm just used to needing to maybe use a little bit more air on my personal horns up in the altissimo. So I probably was trying to like push more air through like I'm used to, but maybe on this one, I don't need to. So that's with me kind of trying to back off and go back a little bit, but they still spoke super, super easily. So I'm really impressed. One thing that I want to mention is I have the model that is nickel plated keys, I believe. And this one retails for $9.56. There is a higher end model, you can say, that has silver plated keys, and it comes with the left hand E flat key. So this key, I have it on my Yamaha, this extra key here, the left hand A flat E flat key. This particular model doesn't have it, but that the other model with the silver keys and the left hand key, that's 1224, so 1,224. But yeah, I'm really liking this. Tim, it comes with an adjustable thumb rest. Okay, this is super awesome because everybody's hands are different, right? I have small hands, but someone with large hands may need to move it down a little bit. I actually, where it's placed, like the setting that it came at, it's actually comfortable for me. I don't feel like I need to move it up or down, but this looks like the kind of screw that you can take like a coin, like probably a dime. You can take a dime in there and just kind of turn it, and then you can move this up and down. Also, let me see if I can show y'all. The thumb rest here, it's quite like large in terms of a surface area. So how much of the thumb rest is touching your thumb? And I love that, because that means when I have my thumb on the clarinet, I don't have it straight up and down like this. I actually turn it a little bit to just allow a little bit more support on the clarinet on my hand. So this actually, that means that my entire thumb that I want to have touching the thumb rest here, it is touching the thumb rest. Yes, you can use a dime. Okay, awesome. I picked the right coinage. So it feels really good. I like playing that excerpt when I'm trying new stuff. That's from Brahms 3. It's a very commonly asked orchestral excerpt, as you probably know. But I find that one to be good because it has so much crossing the break. It's in a hard key for intonation, and that spoke really well, especially the F sharp to A. I felt like that was in really good tune there. And that going down was really easy too. Let me try it back on my old horn. My regular horn. And of course, that feels super comfortable to me because this is the clarinet that I've practiced this excerpt on for hours and hours and hours and hours. So for a clarinet that I have never played before, ever, it's incredible how good everything feels right off the bat. So quickly, just to recap, if you've just joined us, this is the Backun Alpha Clarinet. We're talking a little bit on how to play test things, and one thing that we've talked about is the F major scale. I always play it slurred, and then I try to do it articulated as well because I want to hear how different articulations sound. So let's try doing a legato articulation on this horn. Again, because it's so free blowing, it's easy to do that. Let's try something a little bit shorter. Especially up in the altissimo, I didn't feel like I had to try very hard for the intonation. It felt like it was right there for me, which I really appreciate because we don't want to work too hard in the altissimo. It's hard enough to be up there anyway. So super impressed with that. So I always tried the F major, slurred and tongued. I tried a couple excerpts like that Brahms, but really the excerpts, I mean, you're just testing things and maybe using music instead of scales to make it sound more interesting. But the other thing I like to test is, of course, register slurs, just to make sure that the 12ths are in tune. Try not to do any adjustment here, just listening naturally. How does the instrument speak? I'm not changing anything at all. It feels really comfortable. It feels really good. And the price point is really unbelievable for a horn like this. For under $1,000 to get a horn that has this quality, and I can play it outside, and I'm not worried about pitch, and I'm not worried about obviously I'm not worried about my instrument cracking or something, because that has happened to me. I have cracked the bell of my clarinet that I played in college, which was devastating. Oh, Tim, you've commented. It comes with synthetic pads. The pads are water resistant. Oh, that's awesome. Because, here in Virginia, especially in the summer, they're super cool looking too. They're black pads. Let me see if I can show you. They look awesome. Yeah. So it's just like, even when it's drizzling just a little bit or something, then I'm not worried about it. And of course, moisture from my mouth when I'm playing that collects in the instrument, I'm not going to worry about the moisture ruining those pads or getting like mildewy or gross. So that's super awesome. So those are just a few things that I check. First, make sure that you have your current equipment with you handy, because you want to make sure that you're comparing and and just seeing how things are maybe slightly different and weighing the pros and cons that way. Don't change your reed. You don't ever want to change your reed when you're trying stuff, because you don't want the reed to be the reason that things are different. Use a good reed. Don't use a bad reed that's gonna maybe it's a little bit chipped or something like that. Use a good reed when you're trying new equipment, and try very hard to use a ligature that's not gonna pop off as you move from clarinet to clarinet, because then you have to readjust it. It just takes some time. So that is the Backun Alpha. Does anybody else have any questions about this instrument? I'm a private teacher, and I would totally recommend this instrument to any of my students who are wanting to get stuff. Because especially for something like marching band, oh my gosh, because it's the lightweight thing is huge for me. I can very easily hold this clarinet with one hand, and I cannot do that, to be honest. I'm a little nervous when I hold my clarinet with just one hand, my Yamaha. So this is really lightweight. It feels really good. It's very, very easy to play in the sense that I don't feel like I need to use a lot of air, so it's just free blowing. And certainly I'm like interested in kind of messing around on this clarinet a little bit more. I think I might keep practicing once we end the live here. So does anybody have any questions about the clarinet? Otherwise, I will sign off here. Maybe I'll do some Instagram or YouTube videos with this horn too, just to show y'all a little bit more in action rather than just how to play test and everything. So again, thank you to Easton, Backun, Tim, so much for sending this over to us here at VCA. Super, super excited to try this and to recommend this as an option for my students. All right, thanks for watching, y'all.